coverage, so this should be some good pickleball here. We're starting with women's doubles. We have Megan Fudge and Allison Harris versus Milan Rane and Bobbi Oshiro. Allison Harris to start us off. Good shot there by Bobbi. So we got a little bit of a breeze here. It's Miami, South Florida, so it's always a little breezy. Definitely affects the play. But I will say Bobbi and Millie both live in South Florida, so they train in this atmosphere. They know how it feels, and I think they might have the edge if we're talking about environment right now.
Yeah, yesterday it looked like Miami Pickleball Club's side had a little bit of advantage with the wind, so we'll see if that's the same for today.
So we got a 2-2 scoreline right now. Johnny Goldberg, the coach of Miami Pickleball, getting real fired up here early on. Definitely one of the more vocal coaches out there. Can get under the opponent's skin. Great shot there by Oshiro, who's playing the left side today. I know her and Millie switch a bit.
Oh, great defense on the slice, just a long.
Yeah, first long point we've really seen here today. A little chaotic. But early on, I'm noticing some pop-ups from Chicago, a couple on four stairs. It seems like Miami showed up today a little more prepared. We'll see if that continues. We got an 8-3 lead, a couple good digs by Millie, good resets.
8-3. Timeout, Chicago, 9-3.
I'm telling my team, show a little bit more energy, a little bit more positivity.
That was very close.
4-9.
Seems like Chicago's really struggling on this side.
10-4.
I like that footwork from Megan. She seems a little more active there on her feet. I think if she starts to take a little more court here, that would be good for the slice and help them get back into this match.
All right. 6-10.
Big overhead from Rane, going cross court.
The Miami fans really tuning in now. The crowd getting loud as you can see them lining up there in the back, as well as the sideline, which you can't see on screen.
Little net clipper there.
7-11.
I like Bobbi coming over to take that ball with her forehand, going behind Megan. She's pinching a little more to the middle, and she sees that.
Yeah, I think Bobbi being aggressive is definitely a necessity for Miami right now, something that will help them get this win. Really good speed up there from Megan. I don't know if that ball had any chance of hitting the court, but she jammed Millie fast enough to where she couldn't get out of the way.
12.
Little risky shot there from Oshiro, and the crowd here, you can't see, you can only see the back crowd on the screen, but around the court, people are really lining up right now, and I could see this match getting a little chippy, a little loud here in a minute. There's the energy from Chicago. I like the positivity.
10-12.
If I'm Miami, I might be looking at a timeout here. So I think they've lost 4 points in a row now.
11-12.
All right, that takes us to the side switch. 13-11, Miami leads away. All right, we are back from the side switch on our first game today, women's doubles. Harris just leaving that one slightly high.
14-11.
Good slide there from Megan, just sitting on that counter. And people are packing in. I know I keep saying this, but you can't see it on the back, but around us right now, I mean, a lot of people filling the crowd, probably Miami fans.
Ooh, just a little low. Ball goes long. Nice lead from the slice.
Yep. We got Georgia Johnson in the crowd right here watching. A lot of people tuning in. So I believe now we have our first tie here since 2-2.
14-14.
A few too many errors from Miami coming off a drive or an aggressive counter. To clean things up here. They want to stay in this match. Again, too many unforced errors. Setting up the point well. It's just the finishes right now.
16-14.
Wow, great ATV from Rane. Harris just sends that one a little wide. Crowd's going wild.
Great shot there from Millie.
Yeah, Harris is seeing a lot of balls right now. I feel like maybe Megan should come over and try to initiate.
Yeah, I think you're spot on. Harris clearly being a target right now. Fudge has just been playing really well this match. I think Harris needs to slow that ball down a little bit more. Sometimes the pressure on those dinks from Millie are getting to her. Wow. That's some power if I've seen it right there.
Let's go, Miami. 17-17.
Millie just overcooking those, I'd say, what, 3-4 times now?
Yeah, her paddles kind of drop down, and then when she tries to hit, she's just slightly late.
Yeah, clearly a very poppy paddle as well.
Nice deep forehand roll from Millie.
Yeah, good pressure there from her.
18-19.
Both Harris and Rane have very similar styles on the forehand. They love to attack the cross court.
Yeah, they do a good job of reaching in as well.
18.
I think you're totally right. That's their wheelhouse.
21-18.
Wow.
Maybe Oshiro a little impatient on that speed up.
Timeout, Miami.
Yeah, definitely a timeout needed here for Miami. You know, very low of the net. She got Oshiro in the perfect spot to where she couldn't get out of the way. Really impressive from Allison.
All right, let's see if Miami can put together a few points.
19-23. 19-23.
Quick air there from Oshiro. We have our first game point.
24-19.
Wow.
What a turnaround. Chicago being down by the most 5, come back to win 25-19. Team here, we got Eric Oncins and Noe Khlif.
Brendon is so funny on the court, I think. He gets so fired up. He's got a lot of emotion.
For sure.
Time in. 0-0.
That's Eric's wheelhouse right there. You do not speed up to Eric's forehand. He mishit that one, but when he makes contact, it's the hardest counter you'll ever see.
1-0.
So the crowd is full right now. Yeah, you don't speed up at Eric. That's a rule. Guy has some of the heaviest hands you'll see.
Yeah, he went from a forehand block to the backhand.
I would say the same thing about Jack. Jack has some of the fastest hands you'll see in the game. So creative, and I've played in practice a lot with him. A little windy there, a little breezy. It's hard to make those third shot drops, especially in that wind.
3-2. Side out, point 3.
So we got a challenge here. Chicago calling the serve out. Very close. From our angle, we are on the opposite side of this serve, so we can't see. So we got 4-2 on the board now.
Time in. 4-2.
Let's go, Miami. Here we go, Miami.
3-4.
Good pressure there from Oncins on the return. I think the theme of the last match was unforced errors, right? We don't want to make unforced errors, give away too many free points. There's another example. Just kind of a loose air there.
6-3.
And especially in rally scoring, all these short points and errors into the net add up. Balls long.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I don't think we need to be missing transition shots, things like that. That's how you lose matches in this quick scoring. That's pretty disgusting there from Jack. I've seen that a lot in the practice court.
4-7.
Very creative. It's like a magician.
Wow, great block from Long, but then gives it right up to Eric's forehand.
Yeah, Eric sits forehand there, especially when the ball is across from him, as he should, and he clocks it every single time. Brendon's not going to get away with that unless he goes body. Great reach in there. So we got 5-8 on the scoreboard here.
5-8.
Very, very impressive shot.
Wow, quick hands from Noe.
Really nice hands there from Noe. Doing a good job following that ball in and closing hard.
10-5.
I think that one's tough if you're driving cross court for Eric to be running in there. I think a little more communication.
Yeah, I think Miami Pickleball Club should almost say, hey, I'm going to drive this ball, stay back. So Eric isn't caught and can approach together.
And especially if they communicate where they're driving the ball, Eric can lean one way rather than having to cover both sides. Really sick shot there by Eric. A little risky, but the kid is talented enough to get that done. So we got a heavy lead here, 12-6. We have double the amount of points in Chicago. And we got 13-6 now, a little miscommunication from Chicago. This is why we love Major League Pickleball. The home team's crowd came out. Everyone's wearing pink here for Miami.
Time in. 13-6.
And Miami is just running away with this.
14-6.
Ball goes slightly long. Thought would have stayed in with the wind.
So they're able to break that momentum lead. But now the scoreboard is 7-15. Not an ideal position. Wow, Jack Monroe.
Yeah, quick hands, one step ahead of the ball.
Yep.
8-15.
Again, a little high. Brendon probably should have stayed farther back at
Yeah, I think
baseline.
with the wind here, it's tough to get those drops down. See Eric driving the ball. Eric and Noe driving a lot more. first two-handed backhand. Brendon Long.
9-16.
Big serve from Brendon.
Got a little momentum here for Chicago.
Yeah, good point there. I like Jack going for the Ernie. Even just that movement over there throws Miami off a little bit.
Yeah. So we've got a few points on the board here for Chicago, but still down 5. Really nice drop from Brendon. Brendon yelling, change the matchup.
12-16.
Oh my gosh. Absolute scramble out here. We got 17-12. So if I'm looking at this match, it seems like Chicago's having a lot more success by targeting the wings of both Noe and Eric. They're avoiding that middle. I think Eric likes that middle forehand. But if you target those wings, they're winning a lot of those hands battles. We're getting a lot more free points now. Miami feeling that pressure. Brendon serving big. So it's crazy how momentum can really lead to the difference maker here. Oh my gosh. Jack with one of the best combos I've seen all.
ATP attempt from Oncins hits the post.
16-17.
So what I've noticed here, Miami has not gotten a free point here in a while. So Chicago dropped the unforced errors. They're working the long dink points. That's where they're having success. They're moving the ball around at the kitchen line, really exposing the dinks there. They're not losing points from a missed volley and there's the third missed return from Oncins. Again, wind being a big factor here.
He seems to be having trouble with Brendon's serve.
18-17.
Noe, great reach and volley there.
18-18.
Those hands are electric.
19-18.
First missed dink there from Noe. Noe, very consistent player.
20-18.
Current adjustment off the net.
Yeah, I don't know if I love the drive decision there from Jack, as I know he's more comfortable dropping the ball. They're also going to Noe, who's got a vicious high volley. I think that's the right play there from Miami. That's how they were winning points early on, trying to avoid those long dink rallies, doing the drive and crash, causing a lot of pressure. Really athletic play there from Miami.
Yeah, Noe jamming a Munro in the forehand, being a lefty.
20-21.
Wow.
Yeah, Long really setting himself up for that. Ernie.
This has been one of the most exciting matches
22-20.
I've seen the 2 days I've been here. Yeah, again, it's just not the spot. I mean, Eric sits forehand so hard and has one of the best forehand counters in the game. I think B Long has been winning those long dink rallies. Why speed the ball up? Wait for something you like.
I think he even said that to himself. What was I doing?
21-22.
Ooh, close return there. Yeah, just the guy's not winning. I don't think he's won one hands battle with Eric. Eric has the heaviest hands out there. The dude clobbers the ball. I'd say right now, Jack and Eric, two of the fastest hands. We got 22-22. Great drive from Noe.
Chicago, 23-22.
Now we got our game point.
23-22.
Big drive from Oncins, targeting the middle.
These are the points that Miami has used to get here so far. Lots of big serves, lots of drives. We'll see if they can do it here. Noe to serve.
Wow, Long hits that one into the net. Miami Pickleball Club comes away with the win, tying up this match 1-1. We'll be right back. We have our first mixed doubles game here on the court.
0-0. One, 0.
The slice fired up early here. Megan Fudge bringing the energy.
0.
Too high of a drive there from Fudge.
One, 2.
Little miscommunication in the middle there from Miami.
Yeah, a few times in that men's doubles match we saw a very similar thing, ball flying out. One person calls it out and the other one plays it.
4-1. Two, 4.
Kind of interesting dynamic in this match. You know, look, you see that both women are playing across the net from each other since Jack's left-handed.
I think that flick was going to go over the back fence.
Three, 5. Side out, point 6.
So we got 6-3 on the board.
6-3.
Great transition work from the slice to get up to the kitchen.
A couple good resets there. I like Bobbi sitting on that counter too, because Noe's got the middle. Bobbi slides over. They basically create kind of a barrier.
Side out, point 4.
I think it was just wide there.
4-7.
Yeah, Fudge just trying one too many times to go cross court at Noe.
Yeah, I just don't know if
5-7.
Fudge is going to get away with that, especially just she's not dinking enough at the kitchen line to build the illusion that she can sit there and dink with Noe. If she starts pulling the trigger, then they're just going to sit on the counters.
8-5.
She needs to sit on that line, dink a little more, show that she can do it. I will say though, Megan has great energy out here today.
9-5.
Jack right there to clean up the ball, going right down the sideline.
10-5.
I don't know what happened there. Maybe a little wind breeze.
Side out, point 6.
Carlos Laura, I like the swing.
Little net clipper from Munro. Takes us to the side.
13-6.
Interesting play there. I think Megan went at Noah's body earlier, so he had to sit bot a little bit there, but
14-6.
she found the gap through the middle. I mean, Jack Munro with the reset clinic in the middle of that point. How does he do that? Right-handed.
Switch the
overhead
paddle.
defense perfectly in the kitchen.
7-15.
Noe. Really good reset there from Noe.
Fudge with the lob. It's not high enough.
Really isolating Fudge there.
8-15.
Find Miami, that is the play that I'm going to keep running here. Oh no. I don't know about the speed up off the back foot, although Oshiro's counter was going long.
9-15.
Yeah, Miami going back to that
Bobbi.
same play. Great shot from Oshiro.
The Bobby bag, as they call it.
10-15.
I think we need a timeout from Chicago here, and they call it.
11, 15.
Well, they didn't call it, I guess. Great look there by Oshiro.
Yeah, that's definitely the shot she wants.
16, 11. Point. 17, 11.
Wow, good read there from Megan. First Ernie we've seen from her today.
$18, 11.
Nice lead from Miami.
Really nice play there. Good save by Noe.
See if they can put together a few points.
So we got 12-18 on the board here.
12, 18.
There's one.
One's gonna sail long.
13, 18.
I have to say, Noe is so consistent with his third shot drops. I mean, he rarely misses them, rarely floats them high. You're such a consistent player.
Great read. He gets so low, bends his knees at the kitchen. Down by 5.
I have no idea what happened there. Maybe some indecision. She thought she had the ATP, but it was not even close to being there.
14.
Wow, just wide.
I thought he had that.
All right, if you're watching right now, I want you to message me the score prediction for this match and the final score prediction for Miami versus Chicago. I want to see what the people are thinking. This is a really tight one. We've seen some big leads, some big comebacks here. You can message me on Instagram at Roscoe Bellamy or Monica. Palicelli. There we go. my goodness, she had it. She had it lined up. Bobbi pulling it a little wide. My prediction is going to be 25-18 for Chicago. And I think it's going to be a dream breaker. I think we're going to go to a dream breaker.
I feel very confident about that. I just want to be
Ryan Dowgen saying he thinks we're going to go to a dream breaker. He thinks Oncins is going to be on.
18-22.
So here you got our Instagram's handles. Message us your score predictions, all right? We'll be reading some of them here live.
23-18.
Oh.
Into the sign. Miami crowd on their feet.
All right, so Parth Modi thinks it's going to be 3-1 Miami. He thinks they're going to get this match 26-24. That is a bold prediction right there.
The
Miami's
backhand.
absolutely electric right now. Parth might be right.
Twenty, 23.
Wow, Megan Fudge pulling the speed up, getting it down. Look at that shot. Great point there. And we got 24 game points, 24-20. A bull speed up there, though.
Now she was feeling it, but Bobbi there with the backhand.
Scott Motis says the Slice are going to win in a dream breaker with Fudge taking more than 50% of her singles points against one of the Miami men. Scott, that's very bold.
22-24.
Oh, no way. I like the flick from Bobbi. Set her up 24-22. Second game point here.
24-22.
with the duck.
Principles of Pickleball says 25-23 slice win, but in a dream breaker.
24.
Great point here. Jack Munro fired up.
24-23.
Wow, what a match.
All right, we're back here at MLP Miami. We got our second mixed doubles game. We have Eric Oncins and Milan Rane against Allison Harris and Brendon Long. We just saw a really good first mixed doubles game. The slice taking it. Making this a must win for Miami Pickleball Club.
Let's go, players. New Vulcan ball, game 4, time in.
Is Dowgen going to be right? Is Oncins going to be on?
0.
I think so.
One, 0.
We got a 2-0 lead here from Chicago. All 4 players coming off the bench. Might take them a sec to get into the game here. Millie with the bag.
Yeah, got him in that right shoulder.
Millie make it rain. Just harsh right off the bat.
1, 2.
Great cover from Rane in the middle. She was there with that backhand. Brendon didn't expect it coming back.
2, 2.
Shout out to Holly Scott. She says her dog, Butters, also Daniel De La Rosa's dog, he's got one ear up on the screen right now. Just can't take his eyes away from Major League Pickleball here. It's the Brendon Long heat.
Three.
So we got Anna Bright and Georgia Johnson in the crowd, both pretty vocal for Miami. I think they're friends with Milan Rane and Bobbi. They train with her, so supporting their friends, their training partners. They're also friends with Johnny Goldberg. Couple errors there from Allison. We'll see how that plays out here through the match. She needs to keep those unforced errors low. And Brendon Long with a missed return. Eric's been serving big today.
6-4.
Nice ATP from Rane. Harris sends that dink just wider and wider.
Yeah. Crowd going wild here.
7-4.
Second missed return from Long. I think Eric's trying to get him back from that men's doubles. Right, looks like we got a timeout on the court from the slice. Let's see if they can clean things up.
Time in. 9-4.
Good pressure from Miami.
Yeah. You got 10-4.
10-4.
This is leaving Chicago's control real fast.
Wow, they both just stood there, looked at the ball. Did they really think it was going long?
I think so. You know, the wind, maybe they thought it would take it out, but landed well inside the line. Just a sitter, missed in the net, and we got 12-5. Miami running away with it.
12-6.
Wow, Eric really reading that shot.
Good here for Chicago.
Time in. 13-6.
Fast hands from Long. Good recovery from Miami, getting that ball off the net clip.
7-13.
A little windy there, kind of a weird bounce.
8-13.
That ball lands in. Long going for the poach.
Eight. Nine, 14.
A lot of unforced errors. Chicago throughout this match.
15-9.
What a point. Be Long getting loud now. Could this be a momentum shifter?
Try from Harris, trying to go down the line, slightly wide.
16-10.
Rane moves out of the way. Harris tries to go cross court. That ball is out. Got Miami up by 7.
Court. Got a bug situation, a little landscaping. These refs, they do it all, man.
I'm giving Allen a round of applause.
Is that his name, Allen?
Yeah.
It's a stud name.
11-17.
Be Long yelling, just make the overhead. How hard is that?
Yeah, great spot from Brendon going to the right shoulder of Rane.
Be Long's talking now.
13-17.
That good call from Miami to let that ball go out.
18-13.
So we got 14-18.
14-18.
All right, 15-18. Send me a message. Who's winning this match? I want this match, and if we go to Dream Breaker, who's taking it?
Wow, she hasn't pulled that one out all game.
Yeah, I mean, that was beautiful. I've played enough with Millie to know her spots and kind of how deadly that forehand speed up is.
20-15.
Oncins, baby.
Yeah, I saw that dink from Harris, just a little high. His anticipation is so good.
So 21-16.
16-21.
Definitely wild there from Allison. The ball's way too low to speed up. Also, you're speeding up at Eric. Anything that you don't have a clear path on, he's going to counter well.
That's two missed thirds from Miami.
17-22.
Eighteen 22.
18-22.
There's a time. This is the time Chicago needs to put some points on the board.
19-22. 18.
Wow.
Insane play from
0. Side out.
I like Jack going for the big serve. Noe, a very good singles player. I think it was in. People in the crowd yelling out.
1-1.
Jack Munro. This kid. I don't want to say I taught him that, but we definitely have practiced a lot of singles.
2-1.
Very tricky.
Jack Munro going 3-1. Noe, a very good singles player. I think the wind played a little bit of a factor there. Volley's moving around a little bit. Long needs to serve big. Eric needs to hit and come into the net and use his volleys.
Yeah, just what you said.
Great shot there by Eric.
2-3.
I know he's going to be serving big. Standing back on the return is a death wish, especially against a guy like Eric who's got insane reach and insane volleys.
3-3.
Brendon asking his sideline if that was out.
4-3.
Wow, Eric Oncins. Dowagin was right. He's on right now. What an amazing shot. Miss serve.
4-5.
Great gets by Bobbi. I think Bobbi's got to come into the net every single point here. She cannot sit back and hit ground strokes with Megan. Again, I think Bobbi wins most of those points with Megan scrambling at the baseline.
Agree.
5-6.
There you go. Yeah, Megan staying back just against the wind. Not going to win points like that. The crowd loves Milan Rane here.
7-5.
Yeah, Allison just trying to fight on the baseline, stay alive. Combination of the wind and that paddle.
Yeah, definitely. If I'm Allison, I'm returning and going straight to the net. Yeah, it's just...
I think she has a better chance of getting any points if she just runs right in, like you said.
100%, 100%.
10-5. Time in. 11-5.
Wow, impressive forehand there from Noe. Giving Miami 12.
12-5.
Wow, Jack Monroe.
I don't know how he got there.
I have no idea. Noe hit such a good volley, such a good serve.
6-12.
Especially coming off that paddle. I mean, those volleys are hot.
13-6.
I think Eric acknowledging it was wide. Johnny saying we're going to challenge.
Chicago, you maintaining your alcohol? All right, Miami is challenging Chicago's alcohol, resulting in puts the side out, second 14.
I think Eric, it looks like Eric knows it's out. But Johnny saying, let's be sure. Yeah. Eric's length, though, I mean, the fact that he's able to just stick his paddle out and hit a good volley is really impressive.
8-14.
Now Slice getting a few points here.
Be long.
9-14. Side out, point 10.
Ball from Fudge goes wide.
Really good forehand there from Bobbi.
15-11. Side out, over 12.
I like Bobbi's idea of hitting and coming in, though. I think Allison, if she doesn't approach and get into the kitchen here, she's not going to win these points.
12-15.
First point for Harris. 6-1 for Millie. We have a 17-13 lead for Miami.
Oh. Wow.
Very, very impressive shot there from Khlif.
19-13.
What the heck? Jack Munro.
Trying to go Ernie cross court, clips the top of the net, bounces out.
15-19.
So we got B Long serving to Eric Oncins. We got 16-19. Oh my gosh, the best singles point I've seen yet from B Long.
Yes.
The one-handed backhand pass.
What a shot. Miami coming away with the win. Home crowd in the Dream Breaker. First one on grandstand court today.
So the next match we have is the Brooklyn Aces versus